G'day, welcome to the Boomerang channel. I stand on Paramount country. The Paramount are the traditional owners of this land. Today I'm testing the Gunther Sirius Boomerang. It's available on the internet against my standard criteria with a score out of 5 for each criteria, rated against my benchmark boomerang, which I rate all boomerangs against. Okay, first I'm going to throw the benchmark, then the Gunther. Almost zero wind conditions. Come down about 10 metres to my left, slightly in front of me, so I require a slightly different throw. So it's going to need a harder throw. That's kind of overthrown it, still come down to my left, so it needs a bit of a light breeze. Don't know if you caught that off the edge of the screen. Landed a little bit closer to the point that I threw it from. It landed, but it started its finished its circuit, starting like a second circuit as it came down a hover. Okay, it needed a fair bit more of a throw to achieve that than with this. They weigh about the same, about 45 grams. The Gunther, again rated on each criteria out of 5. The purpose for which it's designed is not stated, recreational or competition, so you assume recreational, and I gave that a 3, middle score of 3. The age, it specifies 12 plus in the instructions. I'd agree with that. Yeah, because you've got to have a fairly good arm to get it to fully return. However, in a slightly stronger wind, a younger kid, you know, a 10-year-old or so, could probably get that to return with a bit more breeze. So experience, again, not really stated, but you know, I'd rate it as a beginner / intermediate boomerang, probably more towards the intermediate side. Given that it requires more of a throw. Weight for distance, gave that a 4. Span and efficiency, that's an interesting thing, because this one measured 25 centimetres, and the benchmark measured 30 centimetres tip to tip. As you can see, that pronounced elbow here, meaning the angle of the limbs is different. It doesn't really affect the flight characteristics all that much, but it means you can make a bigger boomerang out of a sheet of wood that's only that width. So they can potentially make it bigger out of that, because I know this particular ply comes in 30 centimetre wide sheets. It's very similar ply. This is 8 ply, the benchmark is 10 ply, aircraft grade, same thickness. So it's not rated in a wind rating, that's not stated, so that gets a 3. Flight pattern, I find that it's a very, very good flight pattern if you can throw it enough, because it does have a really good hover on the end. All right, and the hover I rated up there as a 5 as well. So accuracy, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Catchability, because of the better hover, that got a 4 again. The instructions, they're in multiple languages, and it came with a little folded up sheet inside as well, which is actually quite detailed, with pictograms and safety warnings. So I gave that a 5. Tunability, I gave that a 3, because it's about average for the materials it's made out of. Materials and finish, I gave that a 4.5, because there's only one better material, in my opinion, that you can make these out of. And value for money, at around $28 over the net, Australian, not counting postage, because they're made in Germany. So I gave that a middle mark of 3. So overall, looking at that, you've got a 3, a 4, a 3, a 4, 4, a 3, a 5, a 4, a 4, a 4, a 3, 4.5 and a 4. So I'd average that out to around about a 4. Okay. So it's a good little boomerang. Notable in that the effective span is about the same as the benchmark, but because of the length of the limb in relation to the aerofoil that it's presenting to the wind, it has a slightly more circular, I suppose, starting to be a double loop, without leaning over and going back in an S. So that's fairly impressive. So if you want something similar to my little Ripper, and you're in Europe, it's probably a lot cheaper for you to get that once you discount the postage. It'll probably work out around the same price once you've got it in your hand. It's not a bad little boomerang. Climbs a bit. Yeah. Starting to angle back. Thanks for watching.